folks, we picked up a little bit of chop, turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, like you all to return to your seats and keep your belts at least loosely fastened about you. We anticipate being out of this in another 50 miles. Thank you.
Hi, Cindy and Colin. We're here at 33,000 feet on our way to Guantanamo Bay with the Judds. We're going to give a couple of concerts down there to all the people that are stationed there for day after day. We're glad to be here. They are too. We sure miss you guys, but we'll be home soon.
When we told folks that we were coming to Cuba to play a Navy base, lots of them had no idea that there were American sailors and Marines stationed down here.
Even during the Cuban Missile Crisis, we had men standing guard at the border between Cuba and the Navy base.
Guantanamo is special for several reasons. For one thing, the base was established in 1903 and is America's oldest overseas base.
It's also America's only base in a communist country, which means Castro isn't too happy about us being here. But the treaty says that the agreement can only be broken if both countries agree to it. American sailors have been here for 82 years, and we've dug in for a long stay. You know, there's so much that America doesn't know. And hopefully by doing this special, maybe just a little bit of info will be put into people's homes so they can maybe get a grip of just what is going on. But I think no matter who you are or where you come from, I mean, people who go through what these guys go through, I don't think anybody can understand until you're there.
To the light brain, getting all the tender, baby, just a me and you, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Slide on over there before the closer, swinging like a slow buddy train, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Let the breeze keep blowing. Same. So keep the sweet rhythm, feel love once in a lifetime. My baby, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Get down. Rockin' with the rhythm of the rain. Slide on over, baby, going closer to the coast, swinging like a slow baby train. Rockin' with the rhythm of the rain. Let the breeze keep blowing. My heart will be the same. Rockin' with the rhythm of the rain. My baby, rockin' with the rhythm of the rain.
We'll be right back with the Judds after this word from our sponsor. Don't go away.
Now, the people stationed here call the base Gitmo, and it's a lot like any other southern town. It's got schools, churches, recreation centers, and the base commander, I guess, is sort of like a mayor. But the big difference is you can't leave the city limits.
It's also a town with the world's biggest minefield and with little defense bunkers built on the sides of the hills.
Many of the Navy people stationed down here have their families with them, and scuba diving and boating are the main kinds of recreation. That is, just as long as you don't swim over that invisible line that separates the base from Cuba.
They do get American television here through the Armed Forces Radio and Television Network, and they even have commercial stateside cable, including the Nashville Network.
Even though the Navy does what it can to make life normal for the people at Guantanamo, it's never going to be like being home in the States. The shoppers can't just go into the country to buy things they don't find on the base. Everything's got to come in on a barge, and sometimes there are shortages of things that we all take for granted. Simple little things like cotton balls, coat hangers, or shampoo or kitty litter.
When the base, the Department of Defense, and the USO invited us to do the show in Guantanamo, Mom and I didn't have to think twice because we knew it was our chance to make people here feel like they were back home. Well, at least for a couple of hours.
If you hear her cry at night, better turn on your light. Baby, your baby's got the blues. If she says there's nothing wrong, she just wants to be alone. You can bet your baby's got the blues. Women like men to make the first move and touch her like he used to. When there's aching in her heart, only tenderness can find. Women like men to make them feel alive and keep her aching strings untied. Yes, women like men to love them through the blues sometimes. When her days all run the same, and she says she thinks she needs a change, maybe your baby's got the blues. And if she says she's just a wife and so far from the glamorous life, you can bet your baby's got the blues. Women like men to make the first move and touch her like he used to. When there's aching in her heart, only tenderness can find. Women like men to make them feel alive. Keep her every strings untied. Yes, women like men love them through the blues sometimes. Yes, women like men to love them through the blues sometimes.
If the people here are tense about living nose to nose with a communist country, they sure don't show it. We didn't even hear them talking about Castro, but you know, when they see that chain link fence all around them, they've got to be thinking about how nice it is to live in a free country.
Of course, you can find humor in almost anything. There are always buzzards circling over the base, and the people call them the Cuban Air Force.
As this an ornery-looking character or what? I want you to introduce the next song, okay?
Y'all put on your shades. Be real cool. You ready to be dancing fools? We gonna rip it up.
Just got paid. Fool about the money or don't try to save. How's this go? Have a time. It's Thursday night and I'm feeling fine. I wanna rock it up. I wanna rip it up. I wanna shake it up. Gonna ball it up. I wanna rock it up. Have a ball tonight. Well, I got me a date and I won't be late. Picking me up in his 80. Drag on down by the Union Hall. Folks start jumping and I'll have a ball. I wanna rock it up. I wanna rip it up. I wanna shake it up. Go to ball it up. I wanna rock it up. Have a ball tonight. Take it away, Larry. Mr. Larry Miller. Flying high, rock on out into the sky. I don't care if I spin on my dollar, so I'm gonna be one happy soul. I wanna rock it up, I wanna rip it up, I wanna shake it up, go to ball up. I wanna rock it up, have a ball tonight. Everybody do the twist. Just got paid. Food about my money. I don't try to say. Houses go, have a time. It's Thursday night and I'm feeling fine. I wanna rock it up. I wanna rip it up. I wanna shake it up. Gonna jolly it up. Oh, I wanna rock it up. Have a ball tonight. I wanna rock it up. Ball tonight.
Hi, I'm Jim Frazier from SEMA R4 Division, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I'd like to say hi to my brother Ronnie and his wife Connie, and my father-in-law and my mother-in-law in Northfield, Vermont. Hi.
Hi, I'm Corporal Jennifer Vopel, and I'd like to say hi from us here in Gitmo, Cuba, to everybody, Mom and Dad, back in Springville, New York.
Hi, we're Combat Systems Division from SEMA, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and you're watching the Nashville Network. Yeah.
The #1 mission here at Guantanamo Bay is training. Ships from the Atlantic Fleet come here for exercises, and instructors go out with the ships to help keep the crews ready for whatever comes.
Sailors are quick to tell you that Guantanamo isn't their favorite liberty port. I guess mainly because most of the women who live here are married, and they can't go out into Cuba to visit the local girls. That can make Guantanamo a very lonely place for a sailor who hasn't seen his girlfriend for several weeks.
Although most of the Navy people here are instructors or support people, the Marines have a mission that occupies their minds 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Marines patrol the fence line and man the guard towers down at the border. Although there hasn't been a serious border incident in several years, the Marines know that if there ever is an incident, they have to be the first line of defense.
They spend their days and nights watching the fence line and watching the Cuban guards in their towers on the hills beyond. The Cubans have the high ground, and there aren't many places around Guantanamo the Cubans can't see.
This is the Northeast Gate. It's the only break in the fence line that separates the base from Castro's Cactus Curtain. A Marine outpost stands at the top of a hill, and the gate is watched 24 hours a day.
50 Cubans approach the gate every day, are strip searched by the Cuban guards, change clothes, and come on to the base. A treaty made when Castro came to power allows these 50 to work on the base. When they die or retire, no Cubans will be allowed across.
While they're not searched by the American guards, they are searched again when they go back into Cuba.
Guantanamo used to get its water and electricity from Cuba, but Castro cut the power and water following a fishing boat incident in 1964. And later on, he accused the base of stealing water.
That prompted the base commander to dig up the main water pipe to show reporters that no water was coming through and that the pipe was dry.
So the few visitors who are allowed to see Northeast Gate can still see where the pipe was disconnected. Now the base generates its own power and converts salt water to drinking water.
It's an expensive process, but it does make the base totally independent.
Alice, the sign says there was 36 Cubans were arrested for fishing in Florida waters. Castro did not want to take that line down, so he said, well, what the United States is doing is they're stealing water from Cuba. At the time, we bought water from Cuba, came in on barges. This was a discharge pipe, but Castro said rather than pay for additional water that we needed, that we put a back suction on the pipe and we're stealing water. And they finally got down here, cut a section of pipe. When they raised that section of pipe up, they had people here taking pictures and everything, because there were a lot of reporters on base during that time. But the most important visitors where Fidel and Raul Castro were standing right on the other side of that fence. They said when the section of pipe came up all full of dirt and dust, obviously dry, so Fidel just threw his cigar down and stomped off. But that's the true story behind the water line being cut. So there would be no question at all that we were not using this pipe.
won't come to. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Something I might say. Please let's forget the past, 'cause future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Well, I don't stop thinking of me, don't make me feel this way. Come on here and love me, you know what I wanna say. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Oh, why should we be apart? I really, really love you, baby, cross my heart. Let's walk up to my preacher, let us say I do. They're gonna know you're happy, and I know I'm happy too. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, just you I'm thinking of. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Thank you.
Hi, I'm PFC Shepherd from Vet Services in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I'd like to say hi to my mom and dad back in Puryear, Tennessee.
Hi, my name's Staff Sergeant Como from Minefield Maintenance, Marine Barracks, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I'd like to say hi to my family and friends in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Alton D. Gerganis from Marine Barracks, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and you're watching the Nashville Network.
Forward! March! I love Roy left! Love Roy left! Love Roy.
The temperature here at Guantanamo can reach into the 90s during November, and it's not easy to get into the Thanksgiving spirit in that kind of weather. Still, the Department of Defense works real hard at delivering a full Thanksgiving meal to all the servicemen and women.
We were invited to have Thanksgiving dinner aboard a ship in the Guantanamo harbor. It was a chance to not only reflect over the many blessings that Mama and I have received, but to also be thankful to live in a land of freedom, to be Americans, which I think is something that we should all be proud of. I don't think there are very many kids my age who have the chance to do things like I get to do, to first-handed get to experience something such as what we experienced in Guantanamo Bay.
At 23, I've never had the chance to experience what we've experienced here today, and I cannot tell you all what it means to us. Your smiles and your welcome, and we want to thank you all, number one, for supporting Judd Music and making two very proud Americans very, very happy to I know the days are long, and sometimes a pat on the back isn't anywhere around, but I tell you what, we carry y'all with us everywhere we go. And we want you to know that we're very proud of y'all, and we...
Our current album is called Heartland. And I want y'all to know that this tonight is a letter from home. This is a letter to y'all from the Heartland. We just can't tell you how much we love you all and how proud we are of you and how proud we are to be Americans. And when we get up and go to church on Sunday morning and know we can go to any church that we want and we can vote for anybody we want, we know that we got y'all to thank.
One day a mother come to a prison to see and airing the precious son. She told the warden how much she loved him. It did not matter what he had done. She did not bring she brought no silver, no pomp, no style to see. It was a halo sent down from heaven, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. She left a smile you can remember. She's gone to heaven from heartaches free. Them bars around you will never change her. You was her baby, and there will be. She did not break the roll of pardon. She brought no silver, no pomp, nor style. It was a halo rising down from heaven, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. It was a halo sent down from heaven, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The sailors and Marines at Gitmo aren't the only American servicemen who feel separated from family, friends, and home. Most military people stationed overseas feel the same way.
The USO has a 47-year history of lifting the morale of our men and women overseas. Lots of people think of the USO as the people who did donuts, dances, and stage door canteens back during the Second World War. Well, the fact is the USO celebrity shows are only part of the picture.
The USO operates centers all around the world to help American military people acclimate to other countries and to help them with their day-to-day problems. They maintain centers at airports, and fleet centers in port cities, and almost everywhere the American military goes.
The USO is not a government agency. It's supported by gifts and contributions from private citizens and corporations. So if you'd like to be a part of the USO effort, you can contribute by writing to this address.
My name is Zebrick West, USS Harlan County, QMSN. I'd like to say hi to my mom, dad, sister, everyone back home.
It was Ryan Shook from Detroit, Michigan. I'd like to say hi to my wife, Mary, at home waiting for me.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Well, I'm thinking that every sailor and Marine at Guantanamo Bay owns a camera because they all turned out to take pictures everywhere we went.
And when we saw the big old grins on all their faces, it made us just naturally smile. There's a tank unit stationed at Gitmo, and they invited us to come take a look at their machinery. We even got a chance, reluctantly, to go down inside one of them. Mama says.
The tanks aren't too easy on gas mileage, and they're not built for comfort and visibility, but they'd be great for the rush hour traffic on I-40.
Let's just say we wouldn't trade our bus for one.
Had a dream about you, baby. Had a dream about me and you. Settle down. Had a dream, woke up crying. Well, I can try, but I just can't stop. Time's dragging by too tough. My heart just can't love no one but you. Well, I've hard, dry and lonely. I'm as lonesome as can be. And I stare out of my window. Well, I can play, but I just can't win. And the world is looking mighty grim. On my heart, just can't love no one but you. You'll do anything for attention. Oh, my heart, I can't love no one but you. My heart, I can't love no one but you. Oh, my heart, just can't love no one but you. Oh, my heart, I can't love no one but you. Oh, my heart, I can't love no one but you. My heart just can't love no one but the Navy and the Marines. Dream about you, baby. And a dream about me and you. Had a dream and I woke up crying. Well, I could try, but I just can't stop. And time's dragging by too tough. Oh, my heart just can't love no one but you. Oh, my heart just can't love no one but you.
Hi, my name is Lance Corporal Edwards from Rifle Security Company, Windward. I'd like to say hi to my moms and friends in Brooklyn, New York.
Hi, my name is Staff Sergeant Cole from Marine Barracks, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And I'd like to say hi to my mom and dad in Waynesville, North Carolina, my sister Kelly, and my other sister in Flint, Michigan.
Hi, I'm Corporal Sandy Medley, and I work for Company L in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and you're watching the Nashville Network.
There were several ships in the port, and we did a quick tour of several of them. We wanted to meet as many of the sailors as we possibly could, but we didn't have much time.
We couldn't go through all the ships to meet everybody, so sometimes we talk to the crew through a public address system.
We get frustrated when we can't stay and sign every single autograph. And you just magnify that 100 times the experience of being in Guantanamo base when we wanted to talk to everybody individually. I got so frustrated, and we cut it down to like a few hours sleep a night just so we could shake that hand.
Tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. Did lovers really fall in love instead and stand beside each other covered? Is a promise really something people kept, not just something they were said? Did families really bow their heads in prayer? Did daddies really never go away? Whoa, whoa, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Everything's changing fast. We call it progress, but we just don't know. And Grandpa, let's wander back into the past, then paint me the picture of long ago. Lovers really fall in love instead and stand beside each other covered there. Is a promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Families really bow their heads to prayer. If daddies really never go away. Whoa, whoa, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Whoa, whoa, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days.
Hey, man, this is Fireman Scott from Springfield, Ohio. I'd like to say hello to everybody back home.
Chief Bob Cloud from Panama City, Florida. Hi, everybody down south.
Ensign Marty McGurk, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Hi, everybody back home.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Melvin T. Jackson, Jr., and you're watching the Nashville Network.
It would probably be good if every American could spend a little bit of time overseas on an American military base, because it would make everybody realize just how special it is to be an American.
The men and women stationed at Guantanamo Bay can look through a chain-link fence and see a country where a fence is necessary to keep its people locked in. The sailors and Marines stationed here may not have too many choices in detergents or designer jeans, but they can choose their elected officials and speak their minds without being afraid.
We came to Guantanamo to thank these sailors and Marines for representing America at the border of the free world. We wanted to express with our music the love of their family and their friends back home in the States. And for just a few hours, we were able to be America's and the USO's letter from home.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crowned thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crowned thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
It's your turn. Go ahead.
Y'all are wonderful.
I wish that I had had the chance to say, yeah, you really do make a difference, and you really are important.
What I wanted to say to each one of them was, God bless you. You know, we know what you're doing, what you're going through down here, and we are representing everybody back home. We, as individuals, are representing America as a body, and we want to say to you that we do appreciate you. We know that everything that we are enjoying on a day-to-day basis is because you're down here.
It's weird. It's one of those things where you had to be there. You know, just the intensity and the feeling I got from these guys, how proud they were. How you cannot get any more patriotic than these guys.
We now really understand what America's all about and just how lucky we are